Okay. Hi everybody, to my 29 subscribers and anybody else who watches this video. Okay. This is the second part of chapter 1 of Angels in My Hair. The true story of a modern day Irish mystic, Lorna Byrne. Okay. There were some kind of people, though, when I was about 4, there was a nun called, I think, Mother Maderini. She had been told that I was slow and retarded, but I felt she knew better. When I was in her class, she would come down and ask me little questions to which I always knew the answer. So then she'd smile and rub my head. But despite these occasional acts of kindness from a few people, I grew up an outsider. People could see that I was different and they just couldn't understand it. The aspect of my life has been very, very hard, and it is still today. People say I'm too trusting, too truthful for this world. But I cannot be any other way. The strange thing is that to be truthful in every way, and how you think and in how you speak, and to be truthful to those around you is hard, and it does tend to isolate you. The way people think about or look at me does affect me greatly, even now. Even though they may not know me or know what I do, they know that on some level I am different. If I go out with friends and meet someone new who knows nothing about me, they will often report back to my friends that there's something unusual about me. Something that they can't quite put their finger on. This can be difficult to live with. My life at school was made much more bearable by one particular angel called Hostess. One morning, I was running to school trying to keep up with the older girl who was with me when suddenly I saw a beautiful angel hiding behind a lamppost. He made a face at me, and from that day on, Hostess used to appear most mornings on my way to school. I still see him regularly today. Hostess looked and looks like an old-fashioned school teacher. He wears a swirling robe that is blue most of the time, but can change color, and a funny shaped hat, and he carries a scroll in his hand. His eyes are radiant and sparkle like stars, and he looks like a young professor, a man full of energy and with great authority and wisdom. Hostess always looks the same, unlike some of the other angels who surround me. Michael, for example, adopts a human appearance most of the time, something I asked him to do because I find it easier. That he changes his appearance frequently, depending on where we are or the message he has to give me. To me, Hostess represents knowledge. He looks very serious, and he can be, but he is also wonderful at cheering me up when I feel a little down. It was Hostess who would comfort me and tell me to ignore the other children when I felt ridiculed at school, or when I saw adults talking in a huddle and then turning and looking at me. Hostess would say to me, "They know nothing." At the beginning, I didn't know this angel's name. and he didn't actually talk to me. Hostess would appear in the classroom, mimicking the teacher or another child, or playing games in the classroom, or doing something else to make me smile. Sometimes on the way home, he would be waiting at the school gate or on the far side of the road. I remember the first time I spoke to him. I had no one to walk home with that particular day, as my sister was going dancing and had left early, so I took my time coming out of school and wandered slowly through the playground. I made my way toward the big gates at the entrance to the school in the hope that I would see Hostess and be able to talk to him. So I was thrilled to see him peeping around the pillars. He shouted to me to hurry up. You've got to get home before it starts to rain. I stopped at the gate and looked around. There was no one nearby, so I asked him his name. Hostess, he says. I just giggled in response. I skipped home from school and he skipped along with me. And all I can remember is laughing most of the way. Okay, so that's chapter 1. And Hostess is spelled H-O-S-U-S. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, so that's part 2 of chapter 1. Of Angels in My Hair, the true story of a modern-day Irish mystic. Okay. Thank you for watching.